Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? It's Neil with Shooting Cars here again. Lately we've had tremendous amounts of growth. We've jumped from, sub 1,000 subscribers to almost 1,300 now, over 1,300 now, actually. And I've been looking for something new to do. And I've been wanting to do a project car for so long, but now it's time to start. And you know what? It's sitting right there. It's literally right off screen. This particular vehicle is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time now. And I sort of have been watching people that are building these 240s and these Miatas and all these other vehicles, and I'm like, man, I really want to do something like that. So I set a couple of parameters. It had to be rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Automatic or manual, I wasn't as torn up about. I wanted a manual, but it didn't happen. But we can still do a manual swap later. That's the great thing about this vehicle, is that parts are everywhere and we can do a lot with it. It's a blank slate. Second thing was something that I could daily drive. This is going to be my daily driver the whole time we're doing this project. So there might be little random updates that don't necessarily have anything to do with us fixing it up. They don't necessarily have anything to do with us making it any better. Just fixing things to make it run. I kind of want to see it like brought back to its near new state again with some tasteful modifications. And once I show you the vehicle, we'll go over what we're gonna do. I sort of have a plan actually for once in my life. So I tell you what, let me give you guys a few hints, and I want you to leave a comment down below. Pause the video after I give you these hints and let me know what you think it is. I just want to see what you guys are thinking. Now, it has less than 200 horsepower. It's just kind of sad, but we can do something about that later on to make it a little more fun. It has an automatic transmission. It is a two-door. I kind of want to compare it to the BRZ because it is front engine, rear-wheel drive, less than 200 horsepower, right around there, and you can we'll probably be able to fit a full set of tires in the back, sort of like the BRZ FRS, whatever the Toyota version is now. And it will be tracked. Eventually I do want to race this vehicle. Take this time now. I want to see in the comments below what you guys think this is. I'll give you a minute. Where's my watch? Left my watch. Have you commented yet? Pause the video. I mean, this is YouTube. You can come back and watch this later. It's okay. Right behind this black square that I've put there through, computer video magic and stuff, you will see the new Shooting Cars project vehicle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Yes, it is not actually a car. It's a truck. It's my truck. I've had this truck for about 10 years now. I bought it with 30,000 miles on it. Now it has almost 240. It's been my daily driver most of my working career. It is a 2002 GMC Sierra 1500. It is a step-side, short wheelbase version with a 4.3 V6. I mean, it's just a basic truck. Let's talk about what exactly this project truck is going to be. Honestly, it's going to be something that I can drive to car shows and drive every day, really, and just have something unique. Also, one of the main end goals of this is to actually take this truck racing, do several autocross and maybe some HPDE events, because how ridiculous is it to see a full-sized truck on the racetrack? All right, so I actually have a plan sort of laid out, and I'll put that in the comments below. Well, not the comments, I'll put it in the description box. But here's kind of how this is going to work. The first thing we're going to do, and we're going to start on this week. So hopefully next week I'll have a video to put out of us working on the truck. The plan is to install a DJM 4-inch front, 6-inch back drop kit to sort of bring the center of gravity down, give it a much cleaner look. And then before we finish this stage, I really would like to get the CalMax front and rear sway bars just to tighten up the handling a little bit, because it is a truck. It needs all the help it can get. Now, stage 2, as I'm calling it, is a lot of cleanup. So we're going to be going through some junkyards because I want to do all this on a budget. And I'm either going to try to fix that dent from an accident I had several years ago. I don't know if we can fix it. I don't know if we can pull it out. I don't know if you can even see how bad it is right there. But that, or we are going to just go ahead and pull another chrome bumper off a wrecked truck. That looks a little better than that. Also, I would like to get new mirrors. I loaned this truck out to somebody, and it came back with a broke mirror. Also, let's open up. Nope, that door's locked. Also, fenders. Paint is way down on the list, but what I want to do is get new fenders, because these are fiberglass. If you can't tell. Several years ago, I was in an accident. I got hit side on at a stoplight, but it just broke. Anyway, I mean, I could have got a whole new fender then, but insurance didn't pay for the whole thing. Long story there. Anyhow, and just that paint just looks bad. Maybe I'll get a wrap. Maybe I'll get it painted. I don't know. Another thing I'd like to fix is these bed caps. They look a little crappy. You can see that there's just nothing holding it there. Also, maybe another bed cover. This one is about 10 years old. It's beat up. It's rough. It's had a long life. And then we're going to work some on the interior to clean things up. This steering wheel is it's falling apart. It's rough. And then just go through, give the whole thing a good cleaning. I'd like to repaint that dash piece if I can. I'm sure there's kits for it. And just, the truck's dirty. It's a 240,000 mile everyday truck. Also, let's see, the next step, and we'll come back to the inside in just a minute. The next step, we're gonna look for, of course, I'm gonna keep these on for daily driving purposes, but we're also gonna look at getting some new rims and tires for it, because eventually I do want to get some stickier tires for a race purpose, and it's hard to find 16-inch race rubber like that. That's, 100 treadwear tires or so, semi-slicks. If you happen to know where I can get some for a deal, leave me a comment, let me know. Like I said, I want to work on some of this stuff because I am going to be dailying it. This is one of the things I want to fix. This fell apart years ago, the little mechanism, and it's cracked right there, as you can see. Also, I'd like a new radio. This is just me. This was an awesome radio 10 years ago, but that being said, now I just want something with Bluetooth or an aux cord. After we've got all the daily stuff, after we got it cleaned up, looking good, got some new rims and tires on it, we're gonna improve its braking potential. These are the stock brake rotors I have on it. Stock brake, everything. The cool thing about these trucks is they did come with four-wheel discs, so that makes upgrading them a little easier. So we're going to get that taken care of. All right. I'd like a big brake kit on the front and maybe just something a little more aggressive on the back to even things out. Then we talk power. So let's go in here and open it up. All right. Now I've got an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not married to any of these plans. So if you guys happen to know of something that's a little easier, a little better to do, please leave me a comment, let me know. This truck has the 4.3 liter V6, which, fun fact, is basically an old 5.7 with 2 cylinders chopped off, give or take. It's not a bad motor. It's a good motor considering everything it's been through. But I want to know what torque is for once in my life. So what we're going to be looking for is either a 4.8 or a 5.3 motor, and that's your usual go-to LS engine swaps for a lot of trucks and stuff. And a lot of people get the 5.3 or they try to get the 6 liter, but I'm not against a 4.8 because this is a small truck. And I think we can add a little bit, with a new cam, new heads and everything. We'll make a 4.8 plenty of motor for this truck and what I plan to do with it. Now the thing is, I'm looking for a 4.8 or a 5.3 from the 99 to 02 run of the GMC Sierra, Chevy Silverado, anything with a Vortec from 99 to 02 really would work, because at the time GM was still putting a throttle cable on these trucks, you can see here. And if I do that, then I will manage to not have to swap out everything to make it a drive-by-wire system. I would much rather like to keep the cable, not because of any antiquated belief, just because it would be easier and cheaper for me. I also wouldn't be against a manual swap. If I can find an NV3500 butted up to a 4.8 or a 5.3, that'll work. I will gladly hack and saw and cut and make it work. Also, one of the things that I really want to do. Now, if you'll notice, this is the last step. This is the crazy thing that I think would be fun. If you'll notice, a lot of these trucks sit kind of funny. That's because the 26-gallon fuel tank is on that side of the truck along with the driver. So 100% of the time you have a lot more weight sitting over here than over here. And that creates what's called the Chevy lean or GM lean. I kind of want to get rid of that. What I want to do is get a, I don't know if you can see, I got my spare back there right now. Get a 20-gallon fuel cell, rig up the bed to make it work, and then set that up as the main fuel tank. Get rid of that 26-gallon tank that is on the left side of the truck, and then maybe move the battery back there and everything else. So, with that being said, welcome to Project Sierra. I don't really know. I'm trying to think of a catchy name for it. Project Truck? Project Race Truck? Project Show and Go? Project... I don't know. Anyway, you guys, please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to follow along with this build and see how this thing goes. The next video with this truck will be lowering it. I'm going to try to tackle that this week. So, wish me luck, you guys, and I will see you soon.